Welcome to a Vanguard news video without the bullshit. Let's get started. If you thought Vanguard Zero's player base is dwindling, the next rank promo won't help bring up those numbers, since it's just Amaruda. Her new artwork is cool and all, but unless players see a certain blonde skimpy shrine maiden based off Greek mythology, players won't be interested to sweat it out. This upcoming fishing event will probably be the only thing keeping the game's player base intact. I normally don't do lore news due to the lack of translation available for them, but damn if Chronogit sporting Chronos command staff and Chronofang's limbs, while holding a sleeping neon messiah just looks badass. Reminds me between a mix of Gundam 00's XCR being repaired with random parts and the Batman storyline last night on Earth. Yes, I'm a geek for knowing those. It's finally time to reveal Messiah's last G unit in DSS-04 to see if the deck will be as powerful as Chronogit. Genesis Dragon Excelix Messiah lets you stride it by discarding a grade 3 Messiah card. While on Vanguard and Dura Generation Break 2, you can pay 1 counter blast when it attacks to unlock any number of cards on both players' field. Then you stand your rear guard per cards you unlocked and all your front row units gets 10k power and your Vanguard gets an extra crit. Funny how Chronogit would rather use Fate Rider the next stage. Meanwhile Messiah would rather go into this card, but have to wait a turn to do so. It's not a Bushiroad card game without some new random bullshit rarity for you to lose money on. In the case for D-BT11, Bushiroad is taking a book from Konami by introducing Secret Rare or SEC, because SCR is already taken. There will be 5 different Secret Rare in the set, hinting that each nation will be getting at least one, unless Virina becomes a greedy brat again by taking the other slot and giving it to his big chicken mommy. Speaking of D-BT11, Zorgo Masques' new 3 support cards from the anime last week were finally revealed. Mask of Hydrogram is a normal order card with no nation flag. When played, it lets you add up to 1 Dragon Tree or Masques card from the top 5 cards of your deck. And while in your drop zone, you can reveal a grade 3 Masques card from your hand. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard without Masques in its name, to ride the revealed card in stand position, then put this card into your soul, and you activate Persona Ride. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher and you did not Persona Road this turn yet, introducing the most expensive double rare card in the set. It's like Gracious Gradale, but you can run 4 copies that can add a copy of itself. Worst of all, every Masques deck released outside of D-BT11 will need it. Not even reverse units was this needy back in the day, and yet here we are. Dragon Tree Wretch Depth Iwilith when placed on rear guard lets you pay 1 counter and Soul Blast to put a Dragon Tree marker on your rear guard circle without one. Then you add a Mask of Hydrogram from your deck. I know I already cursed earlier, but holy shit, even the Searcher has a Searcher. And it comes with a free Dragon Tree marker maker. If Lionor does indeed get a Masquerade form, this card would also be needed in their decks, thus inflating the price, when we already established that Mask of Hydrogram will already be expensive. Keel Severing while in the drop zone lets you pay 1 counter blast and retiring a rear guard when your Zorgo Masques Vanguard attacks, and you do not have another copy of this card on rear guard, to call this card to a rear guard with a Dragon Tree marker. So on top of a good Searcher and Dragon Tree marker generator, this deck also has attack extenders. Considering that this is just but the first of Masques supports for one deck, I'm afraid what the other decks will be getting. Finally, Bushiroad decided they didn't want to stop your wallet from bleeding by showing off that D-BT11 will be new Craycross Epic support featuring new upgrade versions of the glitter bosses. Expect Eva and Thegria players to be the first wave of people to be rushed to the hospital due to their wallets being bled dry. And to make sure Keta Sanctuary players suffer the most, the next encounter card to be released in this set will be Blondezel. Those complaining that Blondezel should have been released instead of Minerva will finally get their wish, but at the cost of Keta Sanctuary being oversaturated with encounter decks. It's only a matter of time until something like Chaos Breaker Dragon comes back at this point. And that concludes this Vanguard news video. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if your wallet has been diagnosed with anemia.